live in the airplane currently above the Banda Sea, taking us over to Taiwan. We are, of course, here with the first of the closed qualifiers of DreamHack 2021 Masters Summer, that being the Taiwan, Hong Kong, Mongolia, Macau, Japan / Asia Pacific one. I am, of course, still your host, Yaku of Zaku, and with me today is sabes con el, sí, con el, like underscore VIP. How we doing, Light?
You're like, I already used my one for the day. What do I do?
I didn't get reach for charge.
Picnic. Yes, what's up, Yaku? We are back. It was a bit of a mouthful, but we are back with the very first closed qualifier of the DreamHack 2021 Summer Series. Of course, we were just live an hour ago, just over an hour ago, with the final open qualifier, and now we are here with the first closed qualifier. We are kicking things off with Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan. Really, based on the players left, really it is just Taiwan and Hong Kong. It's just Taiwan and Hong Kong. I mean,
yeah. What is that, South China Sea edition?
And May, we can see. Look, I'm not saying that the ESL admins were bribed, but there's some definitely shenanigans going on here, as both players from Hong Kong are facing each other here in the close qualifiers.
Nah, you know Bistork definitely slipped them a little something, be like, yo, let me take out Bistork, let me take out GogojOey.
You're like,
I can do it.
I'm the Tong. No longer do I want to be the Kong from Hong Kong, alright? I'm the big dog here, okay? And that's what Bistork is looking to prove. And I mean, he has a chance.
Stroke my beef all over him.
Oh, the beef. It's all going to be stroked, mate. All of it. For those wondering, of course, GogojOey and Bistork, check out our YouTube channel. There's probably like 20 plus VODs of them playing each other. We've casted them many times over the past couple of years. And they've gone back and forth. Obviously, GogojOey for the longest time has retained his title as the best in Hong Kong, but recently Bistork he's been looking pretty good.
He really has. I had to make an estimate historically. I'd say GogojOey probably won about 80% of the time, but in those 20% that Bistork has won, a lot of that comes from just recent weeks. Last week's WC Weekly, he took out GogojOey 2-1, if I'm not mistaken. Week before that, he also was able to beat GogojOey. He's been improving a lot and taking him out semi-consistently. This could cause a lot of an upset. I know GogojOey is going to be the favorite. In general, I think the 4 invited players are very clearly the favorites here. We don't have any sort of... It doesn't seem to have much of a discrepancy, but it's been a couple of weeks. There's a lot that are other players like Bistork, like Mystery Man, who I think really impressed us in the open qualifiers. Javier as well, Eternity, a lot of things they can pull off.
Definitely. Like, again, we didn't get to cast too much of Eternity, but like Mystery Man, you know, he was looking pretty good during the qualifiers. Yoger as well, Naxin, like I can't wait to see how these guys shape up in this closed qualifier. Again, only 4 out of these 8 players make it through, so we're cutting the fat, cutting it straight down the middle in half.
That's the first step to stroking the beef.
It is, and like we are maybe a little bit biased. In an ideal world, both of these players make it through. both of our Hong Kong boys, which
is possible this time, because for the first time in one of these qualifiers we're casting, we have a double elimination bracket.
We definitely do. I don't believe it was like this previously, so I like this a little bit more. It does just solidify that the best players will make it through, not so much based on luck.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the case for the open qualifiers. In fact, we had a little issues with that in the open qualifiers. You know, a lot of players were a little disappointed. But in the end, we are, as you said, just sort of trimming the fat a little bit. We are starting to get closer and closer to the best players from each region.
Yeah, like this is more than trimming the fat though. This is like this is
like trimming the fat, cutting out the
legs, you know?
The legs, yeah.
You don't need them to live, it's fine. So this is gonna be intense.
Cutting out the fat and drinking a bunch of turmeric.
Is that what that is? Is that what turmeric does to you?
Potentially. Well, it's an anti-inflammatory, so.
Boy.
All right, our players have done their vetoes. We are going to be getting right on in, kicking things off with one of the most familiar yet exciting matchups, I think.
Oh yeah,
for us specifically.
The Hong Kong Derby, mate. And you know what? I was just looking up the stats. Solely in 2021, GogojOey has won 90% of the time.
Ooh.
Series 90% with series, and 80% overall like game win rate.
And there we go. And I gotta ask, is that 10% from the recent weeks?
Yes, literally last week.
Or mostly from.
But you know what? That's what matters. Current skill is what matters, not historical. You know, what is the current shape of these players?
Yeah, we'll have to find out. No matter what the shape, it's without fats, I'm assuming.
Definitely. Meanwhile, as we get into our first series of the evening, we are also joined by ALGS, the Taiwanese broadcasters. So welcome.
Ooh.
Covering this together.
Yeah. Might get some translations if need be. Probably not.
I mean, Bistork and GogojOey, their English is decent.
Yeah. And they usually communicate it to us, so.
Yeah, true.
They know they're being watched.
Yeah.
They know they're being streamed.
I was just quickly messaging Joey before the tournament, and I was like, mate, Hong Kong Derby, and he's like, Z. He's like, not again.
But he is going to have to face up to it here on Jagannatha. KBBLE, we're in the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. The blue Zerg player, he is coming out from the land of Hong Kong, the historically best player from Hong Kong, but now it's up in the air. Representing himself, he is GogojOey.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the other player hailing from the land of Hong Kong, the Kong of Hong Kong, the Pink Protoss, getting 12 pulled. It is Bistork.
GogojOey is mad. He remembers that series last week.
Oh boy, less than a week ago actually, since it was DemiC Weekly, right?
6 days ago.
Yeah, 6 days ago, mate. Bistork was able to cause the upset. But now, can Joey get his revenge? Again, you know, we're harping a lot about what happened last week. It was just one series, you know, and it did go all the way to the ace match. But that just goes to show, like, how good both of these players are and how close it can be between these two.
It really does. And let's not forget, before that series was played out, before Bistork ended up taking that series, Bistork went from being a player who consistently got 0-2'd against GogojOey to a player who was going 2-1 or 1-2 against him, and then finally was able to take that 2-1. He is definitely improving on a very measurable scale. We'll see if that helps out.
Yeah, that we will, as the Lynx have made it across the map. We do already have a Zealot here. Of course, Bistork did probe scout, and he did scout that there was an early pool opening from GogojOey. He's calling out his second Zealot, and so far he's doing decent. He hasn't gotten surrounded.
Yeah, but he hasn't really been able to do much damage either. This gateway is so low right now. GogojOey, you gonna turn around?
Almost gets us around. Yeah, it looks like he wants to take out that gateway, but now there are two Zealots.
But one of them will get surrounded immediately. That should still pop up. I say should, Light. I say should. It's not being chronoed.
Oh, mate, it's not going to make it. Oh, God.
And already, that is some massive damage for the side of GogojOey. One Zealot in the gateway. It doesn't matter that he didn't follow this up by going into the main base. That's a unacceptable loss in the early game.
Yeah, GogojOey shooking, if you will, Bistork at the moment. We'll see what Bistork can do from here. Again, not the biggest of damage, as you said, but you know, GogojOey, he was able to put the fear in Bistork.
He's starting to really get a little shook of.
Oh boy. And off of this, GogojOey has been able to catch up in the worker counts. You know, he's been able to get his gas up and running. It is a little bit delayed, but you know, so is Bistork and his wall as he does go across the map with his adepts. Can he get one? Oh. Oh.
Barely. Not going to be getting the drones just yet. Maybe one, maybe one. Ooh. Does get one. Maybe two, maybe two. Does get one.
Only one so far. Meanwhile, GogojOey does dive straight into the main base to scout what his opponent's going for. We do see Bistork is throwing down that Twilight Council.
Barely able to see that. So GogojOey definitely a lot more aware this time. Also went for the bit of an earlier third base, which is actually super important for GogojOey right now. Bistork only now finishes up natural.
Mates, things like popping off, mate. I don't know if you noticed. What was amazing, what was beautiful, he canceled his gas. Then obviously he just canceled the Twilight Council as well, mate. This is what we love about Bistork.
He is the master of deception, both him and Mio Micah. GogojOey now going for roaches, which he's anticipating Glaive's light, but we know it ain't going to be Glaive's. We've seen Protoss players do this a lot more consistently without a Twilight Council. It's going to be Stalkers.
That it will. I mean, to be fair, at least GogojOey isn't relying too much on joining up. He is making an army, but as you were saying though, he is being deceived right now. Like he doesn't know the full story. He doesn't know any of the story actually. Oh boy, and Bistork is going to be going across the map with this Warp Prism. I mean, GogojOey, he sees the Warp Prism, so he knows something's coming his way.
Yeah, he notices that, you have a couple more Stalkers than what is typical. But we'll see if that actually raises your alarm bells. Getting a couple of roaches right now, but not neglecting the link count, which is what you really want against unupgraded Stalkers like this. If you go pure roach, you're just going to kite it for days.
Yeah, it's going to be Stalkers and Zealots to reinforce. Since Bistork is doing this off of one gas, so he has plenty of minerals to spend. Now he's going across the map. A spine is on the way. GogojOey taking this very seriously.
And now he's more than aware. Warpison will get a bit of a hot pickup.
Yeah, the Lings do come in. They do get a bit of a surround. It looks like GogojOey is responding quite well. The spine finishes, and now here come the roaches.
And that's really going to be the backbone right now. Ravagers are definitely something that can fight Stalkers a lot more even than roaches can. But GogojOey needs to keep this position up.
Yeah, and the ideal scenario, he bows down the Warp Prism. Like, he needs to get close enough to make that happen, but that is the purpose of these Ravagers.
The loading potential is also pretty useful, but as you said, that's not the main priority right now. GogojOey really biding his time, waiting for the right opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Bistork also, I love how he's being so patient, right? He doesn't overcommit. He respects the defensive position, and he does rotate around.
And he's looking to try to get us around, but doesn't quite have enough supply. This is what happens when you have no upgrades on your Zealots. They get very easily surrounded by the Lings. Pretty good biles. The link count for GogojOey started to get really, really low. But it should still be enough to act as a buffer for these Ravagers, these Spine Crawler, en route to the worst time possible.
Exactly, does throw down some transfuses on that Spine, just barely keeps it alive. It looks like all these Zealots will be cleaned up, and now it's going to just be pure Stalker. The Warphism!
Not enough biles! Just enough biles, funnily enough. And GogojOey definitely has this, even if he's starting to lose a couple of roaches here and there. There's no way for Bistork to reinforce this. He is safe, he has his third base, and he can just go to the next phase from here.
Exactly. Oh god, even forces a recall. How many Stalkers do go down? 1, 2 get picked off.
And I'm looking at a 52 supply Zerg army versus an 8 supply Protoss army right now. Like, I don't want to call it now, but it's a little uneven.
Yeah, I love what Bistork went for. Again, trying to trick and deceive his opponent. Like, that's the best. That's what Bistork does best. But GogojOey, he was able to defend it beautifully, able to be very patient with how he engaged the army, able to preserve those biles, waited for the opportune moment, shut it down, and now he's just across the map.
He shut down the push, and now he's shutting Bistork out of Jagannatha.
Yeah, exactly. As he's pushing through, he's breaking through the defenses here of Bistork. Bistork does have a shield battery. He does have overcharge available to him, but he just lost Cyber Core. That means he can only warp in Zealots from here.
Which I guess they have a decent amount of health, but nowhere near enough. Shield battery goes down. GG is called. GogojOey takes game number 1. So patient in that defense. We normally think of GogojOey as an aggressive player, don't we, Light?
I mean, it just goes it goes to show how the dynamic changes when these two face off against each other, right?
Oh yeah, it'd have to be a lot more fluid. Again, they just play against each other so many times. They're pretty aware of what each other's styles are. Well, at least Bistork is aware of what GogojOey's style is. GogojOey, I'm pretty sure, has to change his notes every single series. How does Bistork play? It's a bit of an enigma.
Ooh, pretty much. As we're getting ready for game number 2, once again joined by the ALGS crew.
ALGS? ALG? But yes, as a bit of a reminder, we are in the next phase of our sort of qualifying rounds for the big DreamHack event. But we still have best of 3s for every match that is not a qualifier, so it's a little bit more, I don't know how to describe it, like, it's not as intense, or arguably it's even more intense.
Yeah. I mean, there are very few series overall, so that just puts all the more pressure on these players. Like, these series matter so much. They have had some time to prepare. These brackets have been live for, I believe, over 24 hours, or around 24 hours.
Yeah.
Two days, actually, I think. Yeah. So they have had some time to prepare, but not that much, to be honest.
Yeah, thankfully it is a double elimination bracket, so, you know, they're not out of it yet, but we'll see how that comes to pass. Continuing our series here on 2000's Atmosphere, LE in the top right-hand corner map, spotting all the way in the top right-hand corner. The blue Zerg player coming out from Hong Kong. He was the undisputed best player from Hong Kong. Nowadays, it's in dispute, but he's looking to put an end to that once more. Representing himself, he is GogojOey.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the contender. We have the Pink Protoss, also hailing from the land of Hong Kong, the Kong of Hong Kong. It is, of course, Bistork.
Representing Zest.
Oh yeah. Not to be confused with Jaedong
Oz.
Yeah.
Not to be confused from Jaedong on Hwasong Oz.
Or Oz from EG.
Very different players.
Yeah, all very different. None of them we casted last night. Or the night before, I should say.
Did we cast Jaedong Oz? We did, didn't we?
We did.
A couple of nights ago.
I mean, that's where it all came from. That's where that's where the mystery was unraveled. And just raveled in even more mystery at that point. It was nonsense, mate.
I'm just calling him Lee from now on.
Oh god. But of course, things are starting off here, and Bistork was able to deny the natural base of GogojOey. Is this the biggest of deals? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see if Bistork does go for Glaive Adepts. I mean, it's well within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, it's only a big deal if Bistork makes it a big deal right now.
This is very true.
I definitely see a lot of opportunity with a third base like that for the Adepts to wreak a lot of havoc. It is just so much more awkward trying to connect those bases with creep compared to the more defensive third base, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know, I mean, I was about to say, like, does he want to connect to the creep anyway? This isn't Miyamika.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, so he should eventually, and we do see Bistork, he isn't opening up with the Twilight Council, so he's not going to be going for the Glaive Adepts to begin with, at least, and he's going for a Stargate.
Yeah, we've seen this come out from Bistork a lot more in the past. Of course, still possible to transition out of this. Doesn't have to stick with a Stargate, but it's looking to go that way for now.
Yeah. Obviously, we've seen time and time again players go for Glaive Adepts after the initial Stargate, and they don't really commit to a Skytoss army and just go for it just to go for the first Void Ray and deny Overlords. But we'll see, because I mean, Bistork, he's gone for double Stargate play in the past before. Like, he's gone Skytoss. He's even gone
times.
Yeah, he even has his own spin to it sometimes. So, yeah.
Oh, really delaying the tech choices here. Really wants to make sure he's safe on at least one Void Ray first before making any dedication.
As the Overlord does come in here from GogojOey, he does confirm that it is a Stargate, and the Overlord will probably die.
May see the Oracle? Yeah, the Overlord will go down. Might have seen the Oracle, I think, if... Or I guess if you're not sure what the building being produced from the Stargate is, it's probably an Oracle.
Yeah,
Void Rays and Phoenixes are pretty obvious.
He saw it.
Yeah.
He knows. I was actually zooming in to make sure. I wonder if Bistork cancels the Oracle, but no, he commits.
Which is another way of going about this. We'll see how many Oracles he actually gets. Only stick him to one for now.
Yeah,
so no crazy multi-prong stasis wards, and that is why double Stargate once again. And we're on 2000's atmosphere light. Are we gonna be seeing a quick fleet beacon?
Oh, we could. We'll see if Bistork is the kind of player to do it. So again, it's so important for GogojOey to go in for a secondary scout, because again, it's so common for people to go Stargate first, go for a Void Ray, and then go into Twilight Council play or something else entirely. Right now, it's really difficult to do so because right now all the vision is being denied by Bistork. All of GogojOey's vision is being denied, so it's kind of hard to really figure out what the game plan is. I say that, but GogojOey, he's just pumping out more and more queens.
Yeah, when in doubt, might as well just go for a Roach Queen push like this.
When in doubt,
it's kind of a 50-50 shot. Yeah. True would agree with you.
He would. True would be so good at ZvP right now. He would be amazing. He would literally he would have the highest ZvP win rate. It'd be beautiful.
And then Protoss players would create the most specific anti-true build in the world. But till then, we're gonna watch GogojOey march queens across the map. Was able to deny somebody spotter information, deny somebody adepts here for Bistork. He's about to hit the third base.
Yeah, and this is very dangerous for Bistork. Bistork, all he has are these Void Rays and a handful of adepts. I say handful, mate. The adepts, they're starting to fall. The queens are here. They're ready to transfuse each other.
Oh, the Rebels are being a little bit blocked. Good Biles. Top of a couple of these Void Rays. There is a battery overcharge, but I can only target one Void Ray at a time. When a Void Ray does go down, eating one too many Biles.
Exactly, an overcharge was already wasted as well. We do have a couple more shield batteries on the way. You know, the queens are running out of transfuse energy. One queen does fall and did have the highest amount of that energy.
But GogojOey has established a bit of a foothold here. If Bistork can just hold on with the Void Rays, GogojOey is about to run out of anti-air.
Good, he is. He only has 4 queens remaining against 4 Void Rays, but it looks like this third base will fall.
And despite having the Void Rays light, they just cannot kill the Ravagers and the Lynx quick enough, even if the queens go down.
God, exactly.
But GogojOey doesn't commit.
He's turning around, which I understand. It makes sense because he just doesn't have enough queens. If he sticks around, he will be cleaned up by these Void Rays. And I mean, he still will.
Yeah, he's trying to stick around a little bit just to see if there's anything that can get done. Maybe he can deny the third base again if Bistork decides to remake it, but he draws all of the Void Rays away. The Lynx is starting to come in. Oh no, they want to move command a little bit too long here.
Yeah, exactly, but it looks like they may be able to break through this gateway. The health is going down, but the shield batteries do finish up just in time, looking to try and keep that gateway alive.
And it's trying. This shield battery actually keeping units alive right now. It's starting it out. Wait, a battery overcharge being popped, but is it going to be enough? Just barely, it seems.
Exactly. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, the Void Rays are trying to push on through into the third base, but GogojOey did not stop that queen production. He did just barely have enough to push Bistork away.
Now things are going to be slowing down a little bit. Bistork wants to return the favor to GogojOey, establish his own map control with the Void Rays. GogojOey ain't careful. A stray base here or there could go down, but he's just not expanding. GogojOey does not want this game to go on for too much longer.
Oh god, exactly, as the Void Rays do come in, and what's important is that they do bypass the queens. The queens that were completely out of position, the Void Rays dive into the natural, kill one queen, and can they get the natural hatchery?
The Spider Lemon's being used. There's no transfuse energy. One transfuse goes out, but it's not going to be enough. GogojOey needs to pull the trigger now. He does have a couple of Hydras this time.
He does, and now he's going across the map with his Hydras, with his Queens. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be enough at home to defend. It's going to be about the shield batteries and whether they are in position to protect the Void Rays. Meanwhile, the Void Rays... Ooh. They were almost picked off.
Very, very low over here. Bistork has a little bit of time, utilizing dead air to try to pick off a stray Ravager or two. But two Void Rays will go down to the Hydras. Groove Spines did finish up earlier on.
Yes, and what's important is that there is no AoE. There are disruptors on the way, but they are not ready for Bistork. We have a bunch of stacked defense being thrown down, but mate, it still needs a little bit more time.
Time that GogojOey is not giving him. The Queens are starting to get in position. Hydra count getting a little bit low.
Oh god, that it is. But...
Such good zoning.
And you know what, the Queens are here, but you know the disruptor shot.
3 Ravagers already going down. That is enough to take out a unit here and there.
God, that it is. The Void Rays are doing a really good job. They are stepping back. A couple of Adepts do shade in. Oh, the Biles are landing, but they do not take out the shield battery.
Now they do, but I think it's too late. Bistork is able to hold.
Exactly. Oh my god, Bistork barely losing any of his Void Rays there in the defense. He was able to buy enough time for those Disruptors, for those Adepts, and even though he did take a couple of like army losses, his economy was fine.
Yeah, the trade I think went a little bit better for GogojOey in terms of just units lost. But as I said, no economic damage has actually been done to Bistork, at least on that third base. He can utilize those minerals, utilize those gases to get even more Disruptors or potentially Void Rays out.
I mean, GogojOey lost a lot there, and it's so difficult to rebuild all those Queens. Like, it takes a long time. You know, you can only build one at a time on each of these hatcheries, so his anti-air really suffered. He is on Hydras, which is okay, but he needs to get ready to go into a Spire Tech, because eventually Carriers are going to be coming. They're going to be on the way, and Hydras are not what you want against Carriers.
Absolutely not. Maybe if you can trick them into shooting out all their interceptors and take out all the interceptors, then maybe, but not one-on-one. Definitely not.
Yeah. Again, when there are low amounts of carriers, sure you can, but as time goes on, you do need to get ready for that late game composition. And the problem is that Bistork, he's getting a fourth. GogojOey cannot allow that to happen.
Not at all. He was down on bases for quite some time here. As the Zerg player, mind you. Bistork, once he was able to catch up on the base count, he was already light years ahead.
Exactly. I mean, GogojOey has really good creep spread. It's almost at the bases of Bistork. But again, I don't know how I feel about this army. Like, there are just so many Disruptors here. Thankfully, there's no Storm. Like, Storm would just shut this down completely. You know, it can be maybe a little bit easier to deal with these Disruptor shots.
But he is getting his hype up, so we should be seeing some kind of tech after that. Probably not going to be Lurkers. I feel like the Lurker then would be down by now.
Yeah, we would have to see Vipers. Ultras? We would have to see Vipers coming out here for GogojOey so we can yoink those Disruptors and actually deal with them. But despite that, like, mate, you don't need a Hive to go into Spire, like, and the carrier production is starting.
It really is. My GogojOey is still applying a lot of pressure. Sure, the carriers are coming out, but I mean, a lot of the ground army, at least when it comes to the Adept buffer, has been dealt with. The Disruptors are still going to be very, very scary right now for GogojOey, but they are on the complete opposite on the map. If you can get the Biles, actually Biles on the cannon. Okay.
Yeah, he's just getting whatever damage he done. He forces a recall as well. You know, he's keeping Bistork on his toes, and because that recall was used, that means his fourth base is vulnerable. Oh, the
very vulnerable. Disruptors immediately get surrounded just like so. The Biles will land on the super battery, and this is going to be the first slight victory coming out for GogojOey. Wasn't quite able to kill the fourth base, but he draws the entire army away once again, going into that third base with the rest of it.
Yeah, exactly, and it looks like he may get another Disruptor. His Lings are on top of it, but the carriers do reveal themselves.
They have arrived, and such a low army supply. Such a low army force over here to the left for GogojOey. Doesn't matter though, because towards the right, towards the east of the map, his fourth base is going to go down.
Exactly. I love this from GogojOey. In a head-on engagement, he loses, but he's just pulling Bistork apart. Bistork cannot defend all of his bases at once. Once again, GogojOey coming in on the left-hand side.
And this is really starting to bleed Bistork dry. GogojOey almost double the army supply right now. Triple for a little while, but all of these Archons will go down light as they morph. The Interceptors are starting to get dealt with.
Yeah, exactly. There's just not enough buffer on the ground. The thing is that every single Disruptor just died. Every single High Templar and Archon as well. There's nothing left on the ground to support the Sky Toss.
And who even needs mutas is what GogojOey says right now. You can still multi-prog with a ground Zerg army.
Exactly, and oh my god, the Templar Archives gets taken out as well by the Lings. That means no more High Templar or Storm at all.
I just realized, yeah, Storm was not even being researched.
No, it was not made. We have Disruptors on the way, but I mean, it was reset. We only have one at the moment. A second one is going to be coming out. There are still Lings in the main, Yaku.
And that's an Artosis. Okay, it's not an Artosis pylon, but it will depower one of the gateways over here. Even more probes are starting to fall. Like, Bistork is 40 workers against a 70 worker Zerg player.
Bistork was doing pretty well before this, but and again, he had a very strong main army, but he just didn't get the fight that he wanted. You know, he wanted to engage with the main army of GogojOey, but he was just so elusive. And now here come the Hydras. More importantly, here come the Vipers.
One good yoink is all GogojOey needs right now. If you can get 3 good yoinks, that is going to be even better.
Exactly. We'll see how good they're going to be. Meanwhile, you know what? That second shot, that was the last Disruptor shot there for Bistork. He only had 2 Disruptors, and now here comes GogojOey.
Comes in, yoinks the Disruptors, yoinks a couple of Void Rays, does not even care about the carriers because made Interceptors. They drop like flies to Hydras. Oh, but that Purification was just about the juiciest shot Bistork could have gotten. I think it's too little too late though. GogojOey is killing every base.
Exactly, mate. The Disruptor shot didn't even matter. Show was amazing, show was beautiful, but there are just so many Hydras, and this base will fall, and not just the base, mate, but everything that Bistork has left.
All of it.
All of the beef. It's being stroked right now, mate.
GG's called, and GogojOey is going to advance. Not just advance, but advance to a qualifying match already.
Yeah, congratulations. GG, well played, GogojOey. He puts the doubt to rest, mate. He is still the best in Hong Kong. He 2-0s Bistork, and as you said, it moves on to a qualifying match.
That is how quick tonight is going, light. Only 8 players. Gotta go fast. This is a real good opportunity right now for GogojOey and the winner of Expect or Eternity to just secure their place, have that peace of mind, prepare for the main event next week. But do not fret, fans of Bistork. If we do have a lower bracket tonight, there is still a shot for both of the Hong Kong boys to advance.
Yes, exactly. Regardless of who goes down here in the upper bracket, there is still a lower bracket, a loser's bracket. So, oh boy, this isn't the end for Bistork. And GogojOey will move on to face a Terran player.